Alright, tonight I have for you a quick demonstration that I'm going to do with the famous breast milk preservation powder. Right here I have one packet of the breast milk preservation powder and 1 cup of 5 ml worth of water. That's how much breast milk you would use, this is how much powder you would use, and you would normally put this into a double boiler and mix the two until all of the liquid was evaporated off. Tonight I'm not going to do that because I don't think that necessarily has any importance to the experiment at hand. I'm not trying to be rude or throw anyone under the bus, but I'm just trying to show the experiment at hand. I like science and I also make breast milk jewelry, so I thought it was kind of a fun experiment to see how different methods stack up to one another. This one right here I personally don't think is a high quality method just because it's not very pure. It has a lot of filler and it has a lot of tint. You'll see here in a second when I do the method here with water, and you'll get to make your own opinions based on seeing it in front of your eyes. You can obviously buy your own powders and do your own experiments on your own, but this was one of the ones that I wanted to show because it's one that's out there, and I personally don't think it's as tried and true as a lot of people claim it to be, and I think that many of the preservation methods aren't created as equal as some people want you to believe they are. I was given this powder from a nice lady in one of the breast milk preservation groups that I was a part of. We just had a brief discussion about methods and she agreed with me. There's been actually several people who have agreed with me, but many of them won't come forward because you're usually kind of bullied when you don't agree with the pack, I suppose. That being said, I'm going to show you real quick the demonstration with the powder because I did this with my own method with water to show you how mine stacks up, and I think it's important to follow up with the ones that I know of. So let me get just a little bit of the powder here. Alright, I'm going to use this much. Actually, I'm going to put some away just because I think that's excessive for showing. Alright, I'm going to only put that much in. And as you see, that changes drastically. It's incredibly pigmented. You can't see the surface of the dark table anymore. You can't see the tip of the utensil. And I'm not really sure how to show you anything other than that changes a lot. And you still have that much more powder that you would still be adding. Plus, remember, you would be evaporating off all of the liquid. With that said, I just don't think that this method is really the greatest. I don't think that it's necessarily a bad method either. However, I don't think that it is great if you're making this and you're not being honest with your clients about it having tint and filler. I believe that that's kind of, in my opinion, that's kind of deceitful, and I'd probably be kind of irritated if I found out later that my crafter had used a bunch of pigments and a bunch of filler in my piece, and it was very little of my actual milk. And there you have it. You get to see it with your own eyes. It's no longer speculation, so here it is once more. And then I'm even going to take it one step further, and I'm going to add a tiny bit, well, a lot of it, I guess, of water, just to see what happens. And as you see, we still can't see the surface of the table, and it doesn't really help to see any more of the utensil in there. So, very pigmented, and I'm not so sure that I would call that tried and true. It works, I suppose, but only if you're being honest.